right, so now we're on our way to the mall. We're gonna go try and find an agenda. Look, I know you can do it on the phone. Everyone, oh, why don't you put it on the phone? Why don't you make notes on it? I do that. I just never follow through. I don't know. There's something about having it like in hard paper that makes it more real to me. That makes me feel accountable to it. So that's what we're doing now. We're gonna go get ourselves a agenda, and then ooh, guys, look at this 911 with the duck-billed whale tail. Ooh, and it's the 4. The hips on it are so nice. The duck-billed whale tail is kind of cool and functional. Guys, we're on our way. We're gonna get ourselves an agenda and we're out of here. Alright guys, just bought an agenda. So this will keep us up to date, keep us on track, on schedule with all our stuff and things, and make sure that I actually remember and keep accountable to what's happening. We got a little update. I got a phone call just now. My friend that I get some of the cars from just called me and told me to come right now, that he has some cars for me. So let's see, he didn't exactly say how many. He just said come by right now, I have some cars. We'll see what's up. I'm on my way there now, and then we'll give you a little sneak peek update to the cars as we buy them. All right, guys, so we're here. He's got 4 cars for us. We've gotten the keys to the 4 cars. There's a couple Volkswagens and a Toyota. So let's go see. All right, guys. So we saw the cars. There was 5 of them in the end. One of them I'm not really interested in. It was a 2018 Mercedes B250. I actually really like that car. Like, it's a tiny little car, but even like I would actually drive that car, and the interior on it is so cool. But overall, it's nothing like, I don't know, the amount of money it would cost to buy it, the amount of money return on the investment, and the amount of other cars I could purchase for that. I think the return would be better on these other cars. Still not interested. Also, I promised in the last video that I would stop spending money and that I would set a budget, and that we've maxed out. And now I'm looking at new cars. So yeah, let's not get a $18,000 car. Let's look for more smaller purchases. So 2018 B250. There was a 2012 Volkswagen CC. Also a really, really cool car. Don't know why I've always loved that car. The CC also, though, price wise versus the return on it, it's a really large investment, and I don't think you'll be able to make that much on it. The other 3 cars are great cars for making money. So I think I've purchased 3 of them. One of them's a gamble, a risk, and so weird, but really cool. The other 2 are just easy sales. The easy sale number 1, a 2010 Volkswagen Golf Sportline wagon. Very nice car. Okay condition, I would say. Not good, not bad. The body is not great. The body, I guess, could use some work, but at the end of the day, it's a 2010. But the front fender had a bubble, a rust bubble, and somebody decided to put tape over it to hide it, which is always the worst mistake because it just creates a hole right away. So that's happened, unfortunately. Yeah, it's as usual, needs exhaust stuff and things. But overall, I think it's a good purchase. And the Sportline, that wagon, people love that Golf wagon. And then the 2010 Jetta City. It's in pretty beat up condition. However, it was a really, really good deal. So, like, I don't want to pass it up. And also those Volkswagens, and they sell. They really sell. So just, I think the easiest used cars are Volkswagens because they don't really need much work. They're kind of bulletproof. They're a really good used car. Like, It's a good car. So it's easy to buy, it's easy to find deals on, it's easy to sell, and the client who buys it wants it, always open to purchase them, and they get a good car at the end of the day. So it's just kind of like, I don't know. I think those ones are the where the money's at, is most used Volkswagens. The third car that is a risk, and probably not a good risk, but I think I'm willing to take the risk. It could be worth a lot of money, but it could also not be worth anything, and I'm a idiot and I just bought a car that's useless and may never sell because it is extremely niche. It is a 2015 Toyota Sienna. Very sought after minivan, but it's a handicap van, fully converted by Savaria. It's actually got the second row seating, but the third row seating has been removed, and it's got the metal ramp that fully lifts out. It could be worth more money because of that. It could be worth a lot more money because of that. Like, we're talking a lot more money because of that. But it could also not be, if that makes any sense. It could also not be worth anything because of that. It could also maybe nobody ever wants to purchase it because it's a handicap van. Who the like, how many people buy those on a day-to-day basis? We're not talking Honda Civics, we're not talking Teslas, we're talking a handicap van. But again, this is where I'm thinking, like, do I just take the risk? First off, content-wise, really cool. That's a cool car. Uniqueness, I've never done that. I mean, I'd like to take off every box and say I've owned one of everything. I've never had a handicap van. That's a dumb reason, but it's still the truth. And then on top of it, I think it could be a good flip. I honestly think this could be a really good flip. And this will be good content in two ways. Either it's going to be a really big come up, like we just turn that Sienna into 3 cars, or even like one really cool car. Like, if I can get back what I'm thinking of getting back for this Sienna, because I did a little bit of research, the smallest amount. The cheapest you can get a handicap van for it is a Dodge Caravan 2010, $12,000, $11,000, $10,995, I believe it was. So 11 grand is the cheapest you can get one for, right? A 2015 Sienna is a much more sought after van. So say car sells for $15,000. We could potentially put that whole 15 back and use that as its own new stepping stone and its own new paperclip that we're going to start flipping up. And I know, like, yes, we can just keep buying cars all day and calling them a flip up. And it's like, yeah, no, you're just buying cars and selling. But like, certain little risks are worth it. And at the same time, I want to keep the stock going. We got to keep the stock going. This could be really cool. This Sienna could be really, really cool. So I'm kind of right now deciding whether or not to do it. But the other two, I'm pretty sure. Jetta and Golf I've already basically laid claim to. And the paperwork should be done by tomorrow. We're just working out some of the, we'll call it, stuff and things that we have to do to get these cars registered. We're going to get some of the creativity done over the day. And by tomorrow, we should have news about paperwork on those vehicles. The pick up and drive home video on each one should be good. We already got 2 more cars, adding up to a total of 7, 8 cars in Scott's lot.